Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, ForTheV, back once again in Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, my plan is to open some packs and hopefully update my deck a little bit so that I can be more successful in the future. As you saw in the last episode, my deck struggled at times. I could come close to winning, but not quite grab it. So, we're going to start by opening a Core 2021 pack, and hopefully we get something useful. We're going to start with Daybreak Charger. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Ivanary Visionary. Yanoir Visionary? I honestly don't know how to pronounce these names. It's a 1 green, 2 colorless Elf Druid. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. It can be tapped for mana. Frost Breath. It's a 1 blue, 2 colorless instant. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next breath. This might be useful. Colossal Dreadmaw. It's a 2 green, 4 colorless with trample. 6/6. That's very good. Twin Blade Assassin. Green, black, 3 colorless. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, draw a card. And then Unleash Fury. It's an instant that costs 1 red, 1 colorless. Double the power of target creature until the end of the turn. And then I also got Common Wildcard, and this card is Teferi's Ageless Insight. If you would draw a card, except for the first one you draw on your draw step, draw 2 cards instead. That I am going to instantly throw into my deck. Next one is going to be another Core 2021 pack. Again, another Daybreak Charge. A Staunch Shieldmate, 1 white, 1/3. A Ranger Guile. It's 1 green, target you control gets +1/+1, and hexproof until the end of the turn. Deadbroom Thalid, 1 black, 2 colorless, fungus creature. When it dies, create a 1/1 green saproling creature token. It's a 3/2. The saproling is a 1/1. And then Gloom Sower. It's 2 black, 5 colorless creature horror. When Gloom Sower becomes blocked by a creature, that creature controller loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Next one, Falconer Adept. It's a 1 white, 3 colorless human soldier. When Falconer Adept attacks, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. That's tapped and attacking. And then Soul Seer. 1 red, 2 colorless. Soul Sealer deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. That permanent loses indestructible until the end of the turn. And then the special card is a rare wild card. That's very good. Alrighty, so I have 1 common and 2 rare wild cards. Next is the Zendikar Rising pack. Practice Tactician. Choose a target attacking or blocking creature. Practice Tactician deals damage to that creature equal to twice the number of creatures in your party. That's white, so I probably won't use it. Seagate Colossus, 7 colorless. Spells cost 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. That might be good in my deck. Might. Grotag Bugcatcher. 1 red, 1 colorless Goblin Warrior with Trample. Whenever Grotag Bugcatcher attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature in your party. It's a 1/2. Interesting. Alright. Nimana Skittersneak. 1 black, 3 colorless to cast. It's a human rogue. As long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Nimana Skittersneak gets +1/+0 and has Menace, which means it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Pressure Point. Tap target creature, draw a card. If I had white, that would be very good, but I don't have white. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 green insect creature token for each +1/+1 counter you've put on creatures under your control this turn. an uncommon wild card, and Aura Skyclave Hierophant is a black, white, and 2 colorless to cast legendary creature core cleric with lifelink. Whenever Aura Skyclave Hierophant or other cleric you control dies, return target cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a 3/3. That's very good. Of course, that wild card once again. Alrighty, another Zendikar Rising pack. Alrighty, one thing I'm going to double check real quick is that my OBS is recording successfully. And it does appear to be the case. So, once again, if you enjoyed the video, like it. I don't. And if you really love it, subscribe. I'm not going anywhere quite yet. So, alright, I get a common card, or uncommon wild card, because I filled that circle. I get a Pyrolastic Hellion. When it enters the battlefield, you may return a land you control to its owner's hand. When you do, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's interesting. Practice Tactics. 1 white. Choose a target attacking or blocking creature. It deals damage to that creature equal to twice the number of creatures in your party. We already saw that. Risen Riptide. Creature Elemental. When you cast a kicked spell, Risen Riptide has a base power and toughness of 5/5 until the end of the turn. Cleric of Chill Depths, Merfolk Cleric. Whenever Cleric of Chill Depths blocks a creature, that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So 1/3. And Seafloor Stalker, Merfolk Rogue. It gets a pay 1 blue for colorless. It gets +1/+1 and a turn. Can't be blocked. And it costs 1 less to cast to activate each creature in your party. For each creature in your party, it costs 1 less to cast. I didn't understand that. Omari Wizard. I'm probably not going to use that. When I cast Instant Sorcery or Wizard, it gains Flying, and that's kind of boring. Alright, Cleric of Life Spawn. When another cleric enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever you gain 1 life for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Clerics of Life's Bond. It's 2/2. And then Inscription of Abundance. With a kicker, it costs 1 green and 1 white with a kicker of 1 green and what appears to be 2 white. Choose 1. If the spell was kicked, choose any number instead. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. Target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures they control. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Interesting. So, what's going to go into my deck? Maybe Seafloor Stalker, but I doubt it. Of these, and probably none of them. Alright, last Zendikar Rising pack. Today, we got a common wild card, an uncommon wild card, an Expedition Healer, Core Cleric with Vigilance. Expedition Healer has lifelink as long as you control another cleric. Shepherd of Heroes. It's an Angel Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life for each creature in your party. Royal Eruption. Kicker costs 1 red, 1 white, or 1 colorless rather, with a kicker of 5 colorless. Royal Eruption deals 3 damage to any target. If this spell was kicked, it deals 5 damage instead. Ghastly Gloom Hunter. Costs 1 black, 1 colorless. It's a zombie bat with flying and lifelink. Its kicker is 1 black and 3 colorless. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters. And then Crystal Cleric is a core cleric again. 1 white. It has flying and a kicker of 1 white, 2 colorless. When Crystal Cleric enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, tap up to 2 target creatures. And then our special card is going to be Throne of Maccabi. Tap to add colorless. Put a tap 1 and tap to put a charge counter on Throne of Maccabi. Remove a charge counter. of on Makati. At 2 mana of any one color, spend this mana only to cast kick spells. I think that might end up in my thing. It's gonna be very good. Maybe. It is just one colorless though. It doesn't really matter. That's the end of that. So now I am going to hop to my decks and then throw in the things that I wanted, which is gonna be, yes, Chill of Depths, which is good. Not that. Not that. Yes, T-Fury's Ageless Insight is definitely going in my deck. Mari Wizard won't be. No, that won't be, actually. Alright, and I think that's all the new cards that I got that were mono blue. Now from here, I have to decide what cards to get rid of, which is not an easy choice. I do have 2 rare wild cards, though. I think I can get rid of 2 Sage of Mysteries. Because I threw those in when I was looking for a little more mill, but now I don't need that, really. So Teferi's Ageless Insight. Interesting. Costs the same as Teferi Master of Time. Alright, and what happened to the one I just put in? Cleric Chill of Depths. Yup. Ooh, and there was some colorless things that I wanted to put in, wasn't there? I believe so. I have to find them, though. So, let's hop all the way back to the back of the back. Alrighty. Because that's where I'll find my new cards. My colorless cards that I just got. Or maybe I already had one and it just threw it back here as well. Do I want Nyx Lotus in this? This is good mana control. Ooh, actually, that's something I didn't even think about, though. I don't think on this I have filter for standard. So, now we're good. Let's see if that removed any. It shouldn't have, because they're all 2020 packs. Or 2021 and the Zendikar Rising pack. Nyx Lotus. I guess I throw that in. It is very good. I probably won't play it. That's a very good card. I'm kind of thinking what I'm discarding when I'm given a choice to. You know? I'm discarding Cloud Concealer a lot. I'll get rid of 2 of those and see if there's anything else I can find that really tickles my fancy. That does get rid of card draw, which means that I'm going to want to put card draw back. And I think that's what I spend my rare wild card on. But not right this moment. Ooh, interesting. Thirst for Meaning. Draw 3 cards and discard 2 unless you discard an enchantment card. So that means I'd only discard 1. I don't have a ton of enchantment cards, though. But it is draw, and I do end up keeping 1. So if I do have an enchantment, I will discard it. Alrighty, what else is there? I think what I do is, what do I want to get rid of? Sage of Mysteries, more than likely. Because I'm trying to think what I discard if I'm given the choice. When I discard I discard Sage of Mysteries. What this will give me is more disruptions. I'll throw in one more. It's going to cost one of my uncommon cards. Ooh, this is a rare, right? How many rare cards do I have? I have 2. Maddening Cacophony. Actually, I'm struggling with land right now is the problem. I am getting the land screwed, so... I think my best bet... I did just put Nyx Lotus in, though. So, I'll see. I am getting a little mana screwed, though. So I think I put one of those in. That's a very good card. It's a good counter card. That's a good card. I need that. I don't need this, is the thing. Okay, get rid of it. I'll discard it. I need that. Lift Form Engine, it's nice to have. It's an interesting thing to have. Alrighty, I've got one slot left. I think I throw in one of those Chain to Memories. Opt is good. Stern Dismissal is good. Anti-Cognition is good. Anti-Cognition is really good with a mill deck. But I need stuff to get rid of. That's really good. Negate is just okay. Can I replace Negate with Anti-Cognition? No, not really. Because this targets creatures. This is creatures and enchantments. I need counter spell. Merfolk Secret Keeper. It's a very good card. I'll get rid of one, though, to get something else. Something maybe like Anti-Cognition. It's a cheap counter-target creature. You know, I'm in this weird spot where... Interesting. I could get more of those. How many commons am I doing? I got one uncommon, one common, and another common. Dang. I think I'd rather have these two. Actually, no, I'd rather have Omen of the Sea, because this has saved me on multiple occasions. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do it for now. I do want more Maddening Cacophonies, though, but I can't decide what to get rid of for it. I should still have 2 uncommon cards to pull. I could get another Nyx Lotus and another Maddening Cacophony in here. Craft all. Finish deck. Alrighty, let's see what I got. I got 2 uncommon, 2 rares. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for now. Off screen, I'll finish up this deck. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see all of you guys later. Ciao.